is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages? You got Kotab here, and I am doing a battle here. Well, not doing a battle. This is a post-recorded battle, I guess, against a guy by the name of MKB. You've heard me talk about him before. Pretty cool guy. He just hit 1,100 subscribers, and he was doing a live stream. So I decided to challenge him, and we got this battle, and man, was it a doozy. Man, it came really right down to the wire, and it was looking really hairy in some parts. He played very well. I'd like to say I played pretty damn well too, but I'm not going to toot my own horn. So, anyway, what do we got going on? Sorry about that cut, guys. I had to sneeze. So, anyway, what do we got going on here with the team? This is a team I never really tested it before this battle, so I didn't really know how it was going to work. There's a lot of flaws to the team. It's really weak against dragons, which, as you can see, he has Dragonite and Goodra, which kind of give me a problem, but I do work around them to the best of my ability. But I know what you're thinking. You're looking at that Flareon there, like, what is that doing here? What is that NU pile of garbage doing in an OU team? Well, for those of you who don't know, Flareon got Flare Blitz. Yeah. So pretty much it's like a slower Darmanitan now. It's got massive attack stat, good special defense. The only thing it lacks in is HP, defense, and speed, which the HP and defense aren't really needed, but the fact that it lacks speed still won't make it that high tier, but it's still fun to use. I'm running a Choice Scarf one because since it's so slow, the Choice Scarf will counteract the slowness, and everyone expects it to be Guts, but with Flare Blitz and Toxic Orb, I figured that'd just be too much damage racking up, especially since I don't have a Wish Passer, so I'm just like, okay, we're gonna run a Scarf, and it actually works because it outspeeds base 120s, which leaves only like max speed Talonflame to outspeed it, which never really happens. So anyway, then we have specially defensive Celebi, physically defensive Rotom Wash, a bulky stealth rocking Landorus, a dual dancing Thundurus, and a Mega Medicham. His team, looking at the threats, the AG Slash, I knew it was banded because I was watching the stream. I knew it was going to be a threat. The Mandibuzz can take hits very well, and you'll see how well later on. And of course the Dragonite, as I already said, would leave me a problem. If I let it get up to +2, it can literally OHKO everything on my team. So, let's get right on into this battle. He's on the front side here, I'm on the back side. I don't know why Showdown does this, it's weird, but I lead off with my Celebi. And he leads off with his Goodra. Just right off the bat, I'm going to U-turn. I can't Toxic this thing. I don't know why I don't have Toxic, but I just figured, get the heck on out of there, let something else deal damage to it, rack up the damage, which will be my Knee Tits Medicham. He goes for a Sludge Bomb. I take that decently, but I know if I Mega Evolve, it'll take another 2 or 3 hits to KO me, barring he doesn't get a crit or poison. So I'm going to go right for the Mega Evolution, go for an Ice Punch, and that does a lot to that Bayonet. And I figured here he would either go for a Priority Will-O-Wisp or a Destiny Bond, so I'm just going to go right into my Rotom, as he does go for the Destiny Bond. I don't want any of that. I think I go for Will-O-Wisp because I'm so scared of Destiny Bond. It's just such a powerful move, and I don't really want to get destroyed by it. So I do go for a Will-O-Wisp, burn the Goodra, which is okay. If it's a rest set, then it doesn't really matter, but residual damage is always nice on something this bulky. He ends up being faster because I am minus speed due to the fact that I want to be slower than other Rotoms, so I just go for a Volt Switch, get on out of there. It does nothing to the Goodra, which isn't surprising. Things like base 1 million special defense bullshit. But I like Goodra. Goodra's cool. Go right back into my thing, my Knee Tits. I'm gonna threaten out with a Ice Punch, but I'm gonna go for a Psycho Cut instead, figuring that it would take out anything. Well, take out the Bayonet if it wanted to come in, and it would do damage to anything else. And plus, I get stabbed. Plus, the chance to crit. It's just something to think about. I wasn't really going for it, but I just figured stab would be better. But anyway, I go into my Landorus named Pillows because, like, look at it, look at it, look at it. Hold on, I'm gonna pause. Look at it. That thing behind its head. Doesn't it look like a pillow? It looks like a goddamn pillow. That's why I named him Pillows. But I know this is a banded one, so I'm gonna go into my Pillows to get the attack drop, so that way he doesn't do really much of anything with the Shadow Sneak. He goes into Mandibuzz. I can't really do much of anything to it, so I'm just gonna set up rocks, force him to waste a turn for defogging later. Because his team really isn't that weak to rocks. I just figured, hey, it's an extra turn I can use. I'm just gonna go for Stone Edge, and God, it does nothing. It does nothing. I have attack investment in this thing too, and it just, it eats it up. Eats it for like Christmas dinner. So I'm just gonna go for a U-turn, get on out of there. He's down to half, but I know he can easily just go for a roost. So that's why I'm gonna go right into my Thundurus here, threaten it out with a Thunderbolt. I know a Thunderbolt should OHKO it since it is physically defensive, judging by how much that Stone Edge did. So I know it's too early to set up, especially when he has this Goodra that can just tank my hits all day, so I'm just gonna go for the safe Thunderbolt. I get a crit. I don't think it really mattered in the end, because as long as I get in my Medicham, I can OHKO it anyway, so I don't really think the crit mattered. If it did, then sorry, but it's hacks, it happens. I'm gonna go into my Grovyle Lover here. He goes for Sludge Bomb, and here in the stream he's like, yes, we got it, and then he saw how much it did, and I could tell they sounded disappointed. I am specially defensive. Man, this thing can take hits for days. And I'm just going to recover here because I know that the burn will kill it next turn. I don't want to take too much damage. But he does get the burn, which is okay. It limits my survivability because now I'm forced to go for a Heal Bell later on to get rid of it. And that might cause a problem, having to spend a turn to do that. But he's going to threaten me out with this thing, Aurorus, and I don't really know what it's going to do. I'm just going to go for a Giga Drain because I know most of them are special. So I figured I could take a hit it with a super effective hit, and that Giga Drain does a decent amount. He's going for Ancient Power, and I don't want him to get the boost, so I'm just going to stay in here and continue to Giga Drain. It should take it out in a couple more turns, but he predicts that nicely, goes into Dragonite, and here is where I shit my pants. There was just poop all over the place. This was bad. I was so scared. I'm thinking, well, now I can't break the multi-scale. Rocks aren't up. That was a fault on my part. I shouldn't have let him defog the rocks away so early. He starts setting up. The only thing I could do is U-turn and try to wear this thing down to the point to where Medicham could come in and Bullet Punch kill it. So I'm going to go into Pillows, get rid of that attack drop. It'll help. But, I mean, it's not really going to really do much of anything, because he could just set up another one because he's got the multi-scale. So I'm going to go for Stone Edge to break the multi-scale. Does about 35%, so judging by that damage, it's up to min-max whether or not I could take him out this next turn. So he's going to go for a Dragon Claw. It does about half, which is kind of scary, but I missed the Stone Edge. If I would have hit that, I would have had so much easier time. Now that he's got his leftovers recovery, there is no way that I can kill him from this range. Even with max damage, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have killed. The only way it would have is if I would have got crit, but there's really no point in banking on a crit, so I'm just going to go with my original plan, weaken it to about this amount of HP, so that way my Medicham could come in and Bullet Punch kill it. But I was still scared that Bullet Punch wouldn't kill it, and I was also scared he'd have the extreme speed, so I didn't go into it now. Here's my mindset. I was thinking, okay, I can go into my Rotom. It's physically defensive. It should be able to take one Dragon Claw, and I do, just barely. Oh my gosh, my heart was beating, and I get the Will-O-Wisp off, and that pretty much seals the deal for this Dragonite. I go for a rest here just in case, I don't know, he missed a Hyper Beam or something. I don't know. Anything could happen, but he just decides to kill me off, and now I know, even though well, since he's burned, I know my Medicham can come in, survive even an extreme speed at +1 with the burn, just take it out with the Bullet Punch. Apparently he didn't have extreme speed, so I'm just able to take him out with the Bullet Punch, and that is a huge load lifted off my shoulders, because that was the biggest threat to my team. But now that my Landorus is gone, I'm realizing that this AG Slash can just Shadow Sneak all of my stuff. So I'm going to go into my Thunderous, hoping to live a hit, and just go for a Thunderbolt. He's going to sack his Bennett here. Maybe he's expecting me to set up and wanted to get a Destiny Bond off, but no. I know MKB is too good of a player for me to set up in his face. So I'm not going to do that. He goes into his Aurorus. I can take this thing out with the Focus Blast if I hit, and I do. I'm pretty sure a Thunderbolt would have killed from that range too, but whatever. I digress. So the Aurorus goes down. He goes into his Aegislash, and from this range I was scared that Shadow Sneak would take me out. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go into my Celebi, let him kill me, and then go into my Flareon, and hopefully live a Shadow Sneak. I am at almost full HP. Hopefully live a Shadow Sneak, get off a Flare Blitz, and kill it. But here's the problem. He still has Mandibuzz, and this was a great play on his part. He goes into his Mandibuzz. I'm going to go for a Flare Blitz. He gets the recoil on me, and now at this range of HP, there is no way I'm going to live a Shadow Sneak, because I'm pretty sure Shadow Sneak had like an 80% chance to KO from full HP, so there was really no way I could have lived from that amount of rage. So pretty much my Flareon is useless unless I catch something in on a switch, but I have to go into my Thunderous to take this thing out. Go for a Thunderbolt, take it out. I'm at 60 HP. And here is where stuff gets crazy. I ran a damage calc. I had this damage calculator open right here. And apparently, first time I ran the damage calc, and I wish I had proof of this, but first time I ran the damage calc, it said that Shadow Sneak had an 85% minimum. So maybe I was thinking about Flareon's damage calc. I don't know, but right now I was thinking, okay, it's game over. There's no way I can win. I'm just gonna click Thunderbolt, because this Aegislash is gonna sweep through the rest of my team. I'm just gonna click Thunderbolt, and I was pretty much done. But what is this? I live with 1%? That was min-max damage variation at its best. I just barely live. Oh, that was crazy. If he would have gotten a little bit higher of a damage roll, he would have beaten me. He would have killed my Flareon, and it would have been his game. Whew, man, that was insane. I gotta say, that was one of the best battles I've had in a long time. Thanks for the battle, MKB. It was phenomenal. I had a blast. I had a blast at your stream. I had to scoop a little late, or a little early, because I had stuff to do IRL. So sorry about leaving the stream early, but if you stream ever again, I will be there, because I had a blast watching your battles, and I had a blast battling you. That was an amazing battle. I loved your team. I loved the battle. It was amazing. And it just got me reminding me about how much fun competitive battling can be if you're facing someone who actually knows what they're doing. I mean, you go on Showdown and you get a random battle, chances are you're going to get some dingus that's using, like, I don't know, Thunderbolt on their I don't know, Thunderbolt Aegislash. Can it learn Thunderbolt? I assume it can, but I don't know, something just stupid like that, and either it ends up working or you just sweep them, and it's just not fun. But when you get someone who's good at battling, who actually knows what they're doing, who has a ball sack between their legs, it makes it a lot fun. It makes it lots of fun. And even though I won, I still had a blast, and I gotta say, it could have went either way. It was all up to literally a flip of a coin who won that one. And it just so ended up that the coin favored me. But I guess it makes up for the Stone Edge miss, right? Right? Nah. No, not really. Well, thanks for watching, guys. MKB's channel will be in the video description. So will a link to my playlist for other OU Pokemon Showdown stuff. Also a link to my Twitter and my Skype name. You can add me on Skype if you want to chat or issue a battle challenge. Also, if you see me on Showdown, and I'm using this name right here, because that's the only name I ever use, feel free to shoot me a message, say, hey, I'm a subscriber, challenge me to a battle, and I will kindly oblige. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, MKB, for the battle. Had a lot of fun at your stream, and I will see you guys later.